Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. So today is 11th of January and I am off from work today. So today I'm going to plan my travels for 2023. So one of the things I learned from my last year's travels is that it would be always ideal to have some sort of plan for the year. So something that we can look forward to. So yeah, so we are going to plan for 2023. It's going to be a really exciting video. So I've had my coffee already this morning, so I'm going to make myself a nice porridge and then we will be heading out, because the first thing we need to do today is to go and get a nice journal and some cute stationery possibly. And so I'll take you guys along with me as well. So yeah, let's have some breakfast and we'll be heading out soon. So I'm going to get my bag ready while my breakfast is cooling a little bit. So wallet, library books, so the bag is ready. Got my water bottle, nearly forgot that, so let's put that here. Okay, let's go. So I am here in the Liverpool city centre and I'm going to go into that shop, Kenji, and look for some cute stationery there. So I ended up getting few things in Kenji and now I'm going to just walk around the city center. I still need to buy a calendar and we need to go to library as well. So yeah, let's find the calendar. So I am in Hobbycraft at the moment, so I'm going to see what I can find here. So I took a bus to come to this place. It's quite a way outside of the city center, but I'm looking for the perfect planner. So there we are. My garden, how cute. So I am back in the city center now and there is library just behind me, so we'll go in the library. home now and I finally found the planner that I was looking for, which was pretty nice. It got a bit crazy because it started raining. I ended up going far away from the city center and it was totally unnecessary, but I finally found exactly what I was looking for, so that's pretty good. So I am back home now, so we are going to get into the planning mode. So first I'll show you what I've got and then we can start planning. So let's see, I've got my bag here. Let me see. So first thing, I got this book, The Italian Job. So a year in Italy with the last person she had chose. So I collected this book from the library. I returned the other two books that I already had. So I got these chips. So these are Chilean lime chips. So I got these in that shop where it said the unique items. So when I looked at these chips, they reminded me of Mexico because chili y limon is very popular in Mexico. So I had to buy these. So let's see what they are. It's nice. It's plantain. Very nice. Okay. And then I got these 3 notebooks. So these are from Kenji, these 3 notebooks. So let me show you what they look like inside. Just plain notebooks, lined, which is pretty good. And I've got some sticky weekly planner, so I got those. So they were really nice and cute. And this one, pink one as well. Then I got 2 pens, the cactus ones from Kenji. They go with Mexico theme. And I've got this thing here, which I'm really excited about. I got this lamp from Kenji. So let's see. It's like a bedside lamp. So as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to get it. So I got that. So, okay. Oh, nice. Look. I'll turn the lights off. That's pretty nice. I like it. And finally, we have got this planner. So I'll show you more. So when you open it, it's pretty nice. So all the dates are already written, and then yeah, so then I don't have to draw anything, which is good. So that's good. That will make everything a lot easier, I suppose. So that's good. So this is exactly what I was looking for. So that's pretty good. And I got this candle, beautiful candle as well. So it says reactive finish candle. I had these highlighter pens already, so that's good. So I didn't need to buy those. And I want to see what these sticky weekly planner are like. Okay. Okay, and I've got this one as well. Nice. Let me show you this book close up. It's pretty nice. It says Pepalani, Time to Create, £2.50. It was originally £15, but because I'm buying it on 11th of January, I got a massive discount, I guess, and I think there were only a few planners left in the store. I think the only thing that's wrong with this book is this bit, but you know, you can easily ignore it. So it looks really nice anyway inside. So my diary. Okay. You have the whole calendar thing, so I didn't need to buy the calendar either, which is good. Then we have got here the monthly page. It says goodbye summertime, last summer bank holiday UK. So yeah, so I think it looks like it has the bank holidays on it as well, which is good. New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day. Then I think it has, as I said, it has got the UK bank holidays as well. Early May bank holiday, that's good. Good Friday, Easter Monday, that's good. So yeah, I think that's exactly what I was looking for, which is pretty good. Then there is time to do, and then there is time to note, which is nice. Then we have this January page 2023. So, and then column for each day, so that's good. Okay, this is 2022. Okay, January starts here, that's good. So we won't need first few pages because we are on 11th of January, so we are going to start here, so that's good. Okay, yeah, I think yeah, excited to complete this flower, so that's good. So I have moved my candle because I think the tree was getting a bit too hot, so I had to move it. We need to take this old calendar out. It was a really nice calendar. I really like the pictures on it. You can see Stonehenge, looks beautiful. So this needs to go. And final thing, I've got some tea as well, which is nice. So we can just relax, enjoy some tea and start planning. So yeah, 2023, time to create, and that's exactly my first New Year resolution, is to create. So let's put my name on it. Let's use this one, cute. Hey, hey. Don't need to put the address and the phone number, do we? Or maybe we do, in case if it gets lost, then someone can return it. Give us a call, okay? Maybe later. Feels nice to have the whole overview here of the year, which is good. Okay, I think I'm going to mark all the bank holidays first, and then, yeah, then that way we know which days I will be off, because then that way I know what days I need to book to go on my trips, so that would be good. Okay, so Good Friday is a bank holiday. We have Easter Monday, bank holiday. I think 1st of May is a bank holiday. I'll have to have a little look. So this year we also get 8th of May as a bank holiday. It's the coronation of the new king here in the UK. So when we go into December, of course, we have Christmas Day. We have got Boxing Day. Then we have New Year's Eve, which is a Sunday, which is good. Halloween is on Tuesday, okay. So the reason why I'm looking into the bank holidays first is just to get an idea, what days I will be off throughout the year. Because when it's a bank holiday, we are off for Saturday, Sunday and Monday generally. So that way I can plan some trips around the bank holiday, so I don't have to use my annual leave. What I learned from my last year's weekend trips is that if I would have booked another day or so along with the bank holiday, then I could have done a little bit more. For example, when we went to Austria, so when we went to Vienna, I think we could have done with another day, because I really wanted to go to Bratislava on the train. And then when we went to Norway, I think we could have done another day in Norway, just to go hiking around the in the neighboring area, because there was a mountain we could have gone for a hike, Mountain Ulriken. So I think that would have been nice. So I think I just want to plan this year's holidays a little bit better, or my trips a little bit better, so I can do and know exactly what I want to do and plan all those things accordingly, and make sure I'm going to have sufficient time when I go away on these trips. Second thing I always look into is booking a couple of weeks off in winter. So winter is a good time to go away, because not many people are off during winter months. So the flights aren't as expensive and holidays aren't as expensive. When we go away in winter, we generally go to places like Mexico, where we know that it's definitely going to be hot. So it's just to escape the winter basically. So I know the UK winter isn't as harsh as some other places, for example Canada. Canada has really harsh winters, I suppose. But yeah, I still like the idea of getting away for a couple of weeks and get some winter sun. Um, Annual leave, for myself, it starts from April to March. So January is always a good time to sit down because I already know I've got my winter trips planned, but then I need to look into the upcoming year to see, what it's going to look like. I also want to plan stuff around Halloween and Christmas as well. A couple of weeks before Christmas is generally good time if you're going on a skiing trip, for example, or going to see the Christmas markets, or going somewhere snowy. For example, when I went to Finland this year, I went exactly on Christmas Eve, which was actually their Christmas day. So they celebrate Christmas on 24th in Finland. So had I known that, I would have probably planned my trip a little bit differently. I would have probably gone a couple of weeks before the Christmas. So yeah, so stuff like that. So it's just being mindful of few things and how things work in different countries. So I think it's always a good idea to do a little bit of research. So as I talked about, when I book my holidays, I'm also going to be mindful about when not to book holidays. So for example, the bank holiday that we have in August, which is 28th of August, is generally school holidays here in the UK. So I think schools break sort of 3rd week of July or 4th week of July, and then they go back early September. So that period I generally try and avoid booking any holidays because the holidays are very expensive during those months. And yeah, so I mean, because I don't have kids, so I don't have to book during that time. So yeah, I would rather let people who have children book those days off in work and go away and enjoy their holidays. So I just avoid that particular period really. So yeah, I mean, and the other reason why it's nice to have like this overview of the whole year is that way when you have something visual, you can see exactly what you're looking forward to for the year, rather than being completely blank about what the year holds. So when you can see all the days you're going to be off, and then you have so much to look forward to, you get more excited about the year and you're more positive and upbeat. So second thing I want to do this year is basically to have a bucket list. So it's just to get an idea really what countries I would like to visit in the future, and specifically what places in those countries I want to visit, when would be the best time to visit. So that way, if I need to buy anything in specific, so for example for winter trip you always need a little bit more preparation than the summer one, because you need few extra things that you generally don't use. So yeah, so that way I can be more prepared. So once I know the places and when I can go there, that way I can be more prepared this year. So another thing I want to do this year is basically work on my mental bias. So when I think about going somewhere, for example, I have been wanting to hike up the Snowdonia. So Snowdon is the mountain here in Wales. So I have been meaning to go to Snowdonia for years and hike up, but I always tell myself it will be too hard, it will be too windy, we don't know what the weather is going to look like. But I really want to change that mindset this year, because if you want to do something, you have to definitely just do it and not worry about all the things and not question whether you can do it and how hard it will be, because it's always rewarding once you complete something more challenging. So I want to make a list of the things that I want to do, which are challenging, a little bit more challenging than what I'm used to. So that way I'm able to get over that mental bias. So last year when we went to Norway, so basically before going to Norway I hadn't stayed in a hostel in a very long time. I've only once stayed in a hostel before that, where I had to share a room with other people. But when we went to Norway, we just we just had no choice really, because either stay in a hostel or not go, because the hotels were really expensive. So the experience itself of staying in a hostel wasn't bad at all. It was only 4 people. They were really nice. Um, we made some friends. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. So I really enjoyed my trip. So that was one example. Obviously how I was able to get over that bias about not staying in hostels. So that was pretty good. I also want to go camping at some point, because once I went camping in Isle of Skye, even though it was peak of the summer, I think the weather was really cold, and after that experience I haven't been camping at all. But I really want to go camping this year, so I want to go hiking, camping. So I'm going to make a list of things that I really want to do this year, and the places where it would be best to do, so that way I can go on one of these bank holidays, and especially the one where we can't go away, in Europe or something like that. It would be nice to go somewhere sort of nearby. So I think I'm going to start making a list of things on this page of things I really want to do. So okay, camping, hiking, Snowdonia, so countries to visit. So one of the country I really want to visit at some point is going to be Nepal. So I'm just going to write that down here, Nepal. And I want to go on trekking in Nepal, and I think it would be really cool to visit Bhutan as well. So I think it's very much like a fairy tale type of place, I've heard. So I think it will be really interesting to visit Bhutan. And also I think it's interesting from the spirituality point of view as well, I suppose. So that's definitely on the list. Tibet is definitely on the list as well. So Tibet. So I'm just going to write a few places down, so that way, when you write something down, it becomes a reality. When you can, when it's on paper, it will definitely materialize in the real life. And if you can visualize something as well, it will definitely happen in real life. So that's the magic of writing and visualizing. So I'm not sure if I will be able to visit Nepal, Bhutan, Tibet, all the places that I write down in this particular year, but it will just give me an idea what countries I'm really interested in. So I also really want to go to Japan as well. I think I would like to see snow in Japan, so it would be really cool, and take one of those fast trains. I think that will be really nice. So Japan is definitely on the list. And so these are some of the places I have never been to before that I'm writing down. There are some places I have been before and I would like to revisit as well. I think you always know when you have left your heart in a specific place and you want to go back. So yeah, so it's nice to have a list of places here, so that's good. So in the activities and experiences, I also want to add, I want to stay up all night in summer, and also wake up to see the sunrise. I also want to go on some sort of train journey, so I can keep adding to these things, and I can keep those things ticking off as the year progresses. So I think that will be really interesting to see how that goes. I think having just sort of good overview, having sort of a good idea of when I'm going to go away and how many trips are coming up, so that way I can budget for those and save up for these trips as well. So yeah, so I always have a specific budget for each month for my holidays, so that way I know I'm going to be saving enough before going on that trip. So which is always good really, because then you can just enjoy the holidays, that's all. So these are just few things in regards to the travel planning. So one other area I really want to focus on this year is planning my food. So generally speaking, I always have soup or salad for my lunch, and I have the same breakfast every single day, which is porridge generally. Only occasionally I would have some cereals, but generally it's just porridge. And I always have exactly the same things that I always eat throughout the week. Same thing, I have pizza on Friday night, so there are things I have planned and I do every single week. But this year I want to make exciting meals, at least one meal a week, which is a recipe that I haven't tried before, or recipe from other country, other cuisine. I think that would be really nice. It was on my things to do last year as well, but I did not have a planner so I didn't remember a lot of the times. So if I write down a few recipes or a few dishes that I want to try, then I can try and cook on Fridays or Saturdays when I'm going to be off, and that way I can enjoy some good food as well. So in the past, my New Year's planning looked more like go to the gym 5 times, eat under so many calories, and that never worked because there was nothing exciting about that, because I was just being harsh on myself. So this year I'm just trying to understand things that excite me and do more of those things while keeping a good healthy balance. So yeah, so I'm going to write down a few things. I think having an idea about what things you want to cook, because if you're trying something new, it's pretty much it's going to require new ingredients and stuff like that. So once you have written something down, you're more likely to plan and buy those ingredients and then prepare those dishes on the weekends. So one of the things I'm focusing on this year is learning new skills. So when I make these videos, I want to learn how to use my phone better, to film the videos, to edit the videos, to make better thumbnails and stuff like that. So I'm taking a few Skillshare classes to learn about iPhone filmmaking. So I'm taking classes on iPhone filmmaking because I just use literally my phone to create these videos and edit them and upload them. I used to have a laptop last year, but I sold my laptop because it was really old and it really wasn't doing what I wanted it to do in terms of editing. So I'm just relying on my phone at the moment, and I lost my drone earlier this year in India. So the only thing that I'm left with is my phone. So I just want to create better videos, make sure the audio is right as well. So I've got an external mic now, so I think that's working really well. It's a Shure mic that I'm currently using. So these are the only two things I'm using at the moment. So I just want to get really better at using the equipment. So yeah, so I bought these notebooks because when I take any class, then I can make notes and implement that when I'm actually filming the videos and editing the videos. So that's about learning. So one of the other thing that I really want to focus on this year is reading some good books. So I just picked up this book, Italian Job. I don't know anything about this book, so it just looks really interesting. The cover looks really interesting. So I just read the back page. So, and it's based in Italy, so I would love to visit Italy someday. So I just picked up this book. I just like reading books from other countries. It just gives you a bit of flavor of what that country is like. It just gets you excited for those trips. So I want to read more books around the travel theme, and some books to inspire me to travel as well, some real life stories. I think that would be really cool. Also watch some films, travel inspired films. So yeah, I mean, just read more books. I read a book recently, and I think the book was called She Enters Left. It's a book about a trip in America, a road trip in America. And that book was really cool. Every time, all along when I was reading that book, I just wanted to go on a road trip. When when you're reading something and you want to do it, that means the book is really good. So I really enjoyed it. So it was called She Enters Left. So if you get a chance, definitely grab that book. It's a pretty cool book. So yeah, so reading is definitely on the agenda. I want to do more sort of writing as well. So I want to write, I think I might use one of these books to write. So I want to write every single day. So especially if I'm traveling, what that day was like, what was on my mind, what things I learned, what was new, what did it smell like, what did it, obviously what the food tasted like. So all the different aspects, that we actually enjoy when we are away, and also my day-to-day thoughts. So that way, I think sometimes when I'm thinking something, it's very difficult for me when the thoughts are just in my mind, but when I write something down, the things become more clearer. And if I'm, obviously if I'm preoccupied with something, to be honest with you, I don't write it down. I only write down good things, because if something is bothering you, it's probably worth not paying any attention to. That's what the Abraham Hicks says. That's what I follow. So I only write down nice things, and so when I open the book, it's not a shock to my system in the future. So yeah, so I want to read and write every single day, even if it is just for 15 minutes. So that way, I'm just keeping things more exciting. And finally, last but not the least, of course, what's on my mind for this year is creating more. So just getting out of my comfort zone, creating more videos, learning new skills, implementing those, creating a workflow that works, planning these things, getting excited, and just having a fantastic year really. So when you write all of these things down, you can be so much more excited for the year when you can see things on these papers. So that's the plan really. Yeah, I also, obviously in terms of my day-to-day productivity and stuff like that as well, with my work, with my home life as well, so I would be writing few things. So these are the plans for 2023. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting year. I already know it because I've got a planner and I think it's going to be really good. So yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and comment on the video as well. Let me know what your plans are for 2023. What are you excited about? Do you know what this year is going to look like? So that way, we can have a nice chat in the comment section. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and turn the notifications on, and that way you won't miss my next video. So I think that's all for today's video, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.